you please introduce yourself to our lovely viewers, and maybe, if it's not too much of an ask, can you talk about your bike?
Certainly can. So my name's Luke. I work down here at the Farnborough branch down in Infinity Motorcycles. I'm a sales guy here. I try to help myself and help others get the best kit that they possibly can. I've been running for the last sort of 7 years or so, and this is my lovely KTM 1290 Super Duke R.
Fantastic. So let's start off with your jacket first and foremost. Talk to us about it, why you got it,
cool.
How you're finding it, and possibly the rating if you can remember it.
No worries, I certainly can. So this is my Alpinestars Chrome Ignition Hoodie. The main reason I bought this jacket is my commute's not very long. I don't need massive amounts of Gore-Tex and all that sort of stuff. I mean, ultimately, if I get a little bit wet, I'm in it for about 5 minutes. So I just wanted something lightweight, nice and breathable, and easy to chuck on in the morning. It isn't a load of fast zipping stuff together and all that sort of stuff.
Nothing too big and bulky.
No, nothing too big and bulky. It's nice and easy to live with. So the Chrome Ignition Hoodie, they retail around about the £200 mark. Single A rated. They come with armour in your shoulder and elbows. It's really, really nice soft armour, CE level 1. But they're really, really good value for money, and they look the part. You can go anywhere, go to the pub, see your mates. You don't have to get changed. You don't turn up look like a Power Ranger. So it's good stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Any wear and tear that you've noticed? Anything that's slightly annoying about it at all?
Not really, to be honest with you, mate. Actually, I've had this coming up to nearly a year now. And it's been pretty faultless, to be honest. I've had other previous hoodies who have really fallen apart in that time, and this has held up really, really well. And do you know what, one thing as well? It dries really quickly, which is really, really handy. Yeah. So if you either washed it in a pinch, or if, say, you do get caught out in the shower, it'll be dry within an hour.
How about your hood? Is it removable? That might be a question that people ask.
Certainly is removable. I will say, if you have a helmet with a spoiler on the back of it, if you don't strap down the strings or remove the hoodie, it will keep hitting the back of it, and it's very irritating.
Yeah, the little rattle noise, don't you? When it hits the side of your shell.
It's like having someone rolling a stone around in your helmet.
But it's a great thing to know that you can remove the hood, purely because if it does rain, when you chuck your waterproof on, you don't have to worry about getting into work with a pool of water in your hood.
That's exactly it. Very,
right,
very well done.
Moving swiftly on, let's move on to your jeans that I thought were just normal pair of jeans.
Exactly.
Actually,
I've been wearing these all day, and I wear them all day because they are so comfortable. So these are the Bullet Covert Evo jeans, AAA rated. They come with knee and hip armour, which is reactive to your body temperature. So throughout the day, they get warmer and warmer, which means they get softer and softer. They're honestly really, really good. I've had tons of motorcycle jeans, and all of them fall to bits, especially around the crotch area, especially if you're riding adventure bikes, which tend to have quite tougher saddles. They tend to wear through it. I've had not a problem with these.
Honestly, when I first looked at it, I didn't know you were wearing them. When you came outside, I was like, have you got your kit on? And it's like, what about your trousers? Like, these are the trousers.
Yeah, literally.
And it just blew me away. Really wear and tear on those?
They've actually held up really, really well. I mean, there's a little bit of fraying and stuff. That's mainly due to the desk at Farnborough.
which
has just got bits sticking out of it, which just ends up pulling stuff out. But if you didn't have that, but if you don't work at Farnborough, you'll be fine. But they've held up really, really well, apart from a little bit of fraying here and there. But that's mainly sometimes I'll wear my track boots with these. And they just get caught in the zips on the inside. But I mean, they have held up very, very well.
Retail price on those?
£189.99.
Yeah, I think from my little research earlier, because you sent me over nicely the kit that you're wearing.
Certainly did.
I think they're actually on sale as of we're talking today, but so it might still be on there online as well. So go check that out. All the clothes and the bits of gear that Luke wears today will be down in the description anyway, so if you want to have a little quick gander, you can just go into the description and you'll see them down below. Right, moving on to your boots that you wear on a daily basis.
So I've got the Alpinestars J6s. This is the second pair I've had over the years. I've had these for about 4 years now. Had a brown pair originally, done about 40,000 miles in those, so they eventually gave up. I've now recently switched to a black pair. They are super comfortable, especially for those who have wide feet, which is, I find, a real issue for myself personally. Most shoes I tend to not get on with.
Yeah, quite chunky, aren't they, normally?
They're really, really wide, which is super comfortable, especially for those with flat feet like myself. Waterproof as well, and a genuine waterproof, which I was really surprised by when I bought these. Them being a lace shoe, when they claim to be waterproof, they tend not to be. Yeah,
it's like they wet out at a certain point.
You'll be all right for maybe a 20-minute shower, but I've ridden for these for 2 hours in the rain, and they've been absolutely spot on. So yeah, no complaints. Soles are really, really comfortable.
Next on the list is the things that protect your fingers.
It's very, very true.
Your gloves. Let's talk about that, if that's okay.
I personally run on a day-to-day basis my Bearing KX2s. I've had these for about 4 years now. I absolutely adore these. I really, really struggle with gloves sometimes because I find that the pinkies are too long in most gloves for me.
Yes, I find that as well.
Especially if you've got short, stubby hands like myself. But these fit a dream. They are mesh, so they breathe really, really nicely during the summer. Nice and lightweight, touchscreen compatibility, all for 60 quid. I mean,
that is pretty fantastic.
And considering how well these have held up over the last few years, I'm really, really surprised.
With the winter months coming in, do you swap them out for anything, or do you just tough it out?
I tough it out, to be honest
tough
with
it
you.
out.
Again, my commute's not very long, so I don't have much of a chance to get cold.
Right.
KTM gets so hot anyway, it's like riding around on a radiator.
Just put your hand next to the engine anyway when you're riding by.
I don't even need to do that, it's just so much heat coming off it. Absolutely fine. But yeah, no, I don't tend to wear much in the way of winter kit, to be honest.
No.
I do have some recommendations, but for me personally, no.
Not at all?
No, I'm a big fan of tactile gloves.
Right, yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, so you obviously have to take some things into work. What do you rock on a daily basis on your back?
I certainly do. What I run, and have run for the last 6 years, is a Kriega R25 Backpack. I say I've had this for a long, long time, and it is absolutely superb. The quad lock system that Kriega runs takes all of that weight away from shoulders, brings it down to your hips, which when I've had this thing fully loaded has been an absolute lifesaver, completely adjustable. Even though it's not technically waterproof, it's very good at keeping some of the rain out. Only in absolute sideways rain have I noticed anything get damp on the inside. Built like nothing else, absolutely fantastic, cannot recommend it enough.
So when it comes to your daily commute as well, it doesn't wet out quickly either, so I'm guessing that's fine for your daily commute.
Absolutely fine.
I've got the R22 in fact, and I feel like the R25 is actually a bit of a better backpack. In terms of storing more stuff in it, I feel like I lack space, but with your backpack I think it's absolutely
it's
fantastic.
a more useful size, I find, the 25, and also not having the roll top means you can actually cram some more bits into this, I find.
And what's great about that is it has a lifetime warranty, I believe. Well, they say it's a lifetime, it's like 12 years.
10-year warranty you get with this, and it's no ifs, no buts or maybes warranty. If it fails at 9 years, 364 days, they will happily sort you out. Kriega are brilliant at their aftercare.
Yeah, that's why they put that price at that price point, because they know they'll have to back it at some point.
Exactly.
Right, so now to the piece de resistance, as they call it, your lids. Let's talk about that.
My HAC Raffle 1 Austin Red Bull Special Edition. I love this thing.
Yeah, I love it as well.
Adore it. It's so comfortable, really, really quiet, super slippery. There are no compromises with this thing. It's absolutely fantastic. We finally can now get hold of the Iridium visors, which is super handy. The ventilation's absolutely fantastic. The manual lock on the visor, so it's got a double lock, absolutely brilliant. It just is so well thought out. Yeah. So well thought out. You can tell HAC have put every single bit of time and money that they can into this thing. It's completely wind tunnel tested. I run the extended spoiler, mainly because I'm running a naked bike. Being exposed to the air, you want as much aerodynamic stability as possible. So it's absolutely brilliant, highly, highly recommended. The
visor though, you did say something about them earlier off.
Yes, it does have its downsides, unfortunately. The Iridium coatings on these visors is very, very weak. This is the second one I've had now. I had a bug hit my original one. It must have been something acidic in that bug, I tell you, because it was a pretty big bug, and it just stripped all of the Iridium coating off. So please do look after these. Don't let bugs sit on them or anything.
Dark tint though, no issues at all?
No, I had no issues with dark tints or anything. Both the light and the dark tint, I've run both. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
So really, fantastic. Really Let's wrap it up. I'm going to ask you a few questions that I guess the viewers might want to ask you that we can just answer for the video itself. So let's move over on to that. Right, so moving on, we want to ask some questions that I guess the viewers would want answers to. What is your suggestion for motorcycle gear when they're looking for something new for themselves?
Cool. The main thing you've got to remember, first of all, above anything else, is getting the right fit. Ultimately, a garment can't do its job unless it fits properly. So as much as everyone likes to go to specific brands because they've heard of them online or anything, ultimately there could be the completely wrong fit and shape for you. So ignore all the brand snobbery, get that out of your head, come in with a fresh look on your face and go, right, what is going to fit me the best? So that is the most important thing by far.
What's the most common thing that happens when they normally come in looking for one helmet and then end up, you know, having to do something else? What is the...
They get upset, mate. They get very upset when they've been eyeing up this helmet they have done for months and they go, sorry, mate, it's not going to work for you. You just got to buy the right thing for you that fits within your budget and is ultimately comfortable. A lot of people will try and squeeze themselves into a helmet
it's not ideal.
That is not the right fit for them. They end up getting pressure points in the temples or up the top, and then that just causes headaches and ends up being dangerous.
Exactly. In the cause of an accident, that gap between your head and the EPS liner is very dangerous in the sense that your brain gets rattled on the inside of your skull, and that could cause further damage. instead you could have just saved a bit of money, possibly got a helmet that fit you perfectly, and
Absolutely.
been well all right, to be honest.
I will always recommend the likes of, let's say, like Shoei, for example. We do offer the custom fit service when you buy the helmet brand new. So if it's close, we can adjust it.
Yeah.
So getting in the right pads for you. So if you want the absolute best fit, definitely try and go for a Shoei if you've got the right head shape. Arrow, we recommend highly here. I personally recommend them. They're very, very good. They know their formula. They've been doing it for years. They know what they're doing.
100%.
And HJC are absolutely brilliant as well. In terms of research and development, they probably spend the most money out of any helmet manufacturer. They're a huge corporation.
And the graphics are insane.
Yes, they love spending money on their graphics. So you're more than likely going to find something that suits you with HJC. Tons of visor options that are actually quite affordable. Yeah, they're brilliant. They cater for everything with every price range.
Final question, when it comes to ratings, what do you suggest people to get?
Absolutely. I always recommend at least single A. We tend to try and move people towards AA and AAA, mainly because nowadays options are really becoming affordable.
Yeah, super.
You can get a lot of good AA and AAA rated stuff for not a lot of money nowadays, so you can't be daft not to. But as long as you stick with at least a single A rating, you'll be absolutely fine.
Well, it's not to say that you don't go for the highest one either. No. You've got yourself a two-piece RST as well, so you won't be going out on long journeys in this get-up. It's more for your daily commute, so a single A, AA for little commutes. This is pretty much all you need, so don't go thinking that if you have to go on your bike, every time you go on you have to put a set of leathers on, because you really don't need to if it's on a short distance. Ideally, if you're going on a long journey, of course, go for something AAA. Touring, I was all in AA, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it'll be absolutely fine. So leathers are great and everything for, say, those faster rides. Again, track days as well, if you plan on doing that. But don't think you need it for your everyday commute, because you just don't. You're going to end up hating it, to be quite honest with you, especially if it's either really hot or really cold. It's really not going to do it for you.
And we don't want that. We want more people on the bikes as much as possible.
You want to be comfortable.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Right. Thank you for coming along. I really appreciate everything that you've said. If you did like this video, please give us a like. Leave a comment down below if you would actually wear anything that Luke has picked out. I definitely would. Consider subscribing. Ride safe and see you all soon.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.